racist people, what changed your views? I grew up in rural Virginia in a household where racism wasn't whispered. It was handed down like old recipes. It was casual, open, expected. My parents used the N-word like punctuation. At family get-togethers, if someone mentioned they were dating someone new, usually an uncle, would shout, "Are they white?" And everyone would laugh, but they meant it. It wasn't a joke. I was raised with that same lens. Black people, Jews, immigrants, gay people. Everyone was a punchline or a threat. I didn't question any of it. I was a kid. You're taught that this is just how the world works and you follow it. I used slurs without flinching. I absorbed every sideways comment my father made when he saw a mixed couple on TV. I learned how to smile politely in public but talk like poison at home. I knew how to hate without even knowing what it meant. Then I started 6th grade. Middle school meant switching to a bigger school, one where the kids from my little elementary weren't the only familiar faces anymore. I remember my first day like it's carved into my brain. We all had to drop our backpacks along the classroom wall before sitting down for a get-to-know-you circle. I made sure to talk only to the white kids I knew from my old school. I felt out of place already and didn't want anything to make me stand out. After the circle, the teacher told us to take our seats. I picked up my backpack and headed to my desk. Before I could unzip it, the girl sitting behind me said, "Hey, this isn't my backpack." Hers looked identical to mine. Same hot pink and gray pattern, same Nike swoosh. We both opened them and laughed when we realized the mistake. That's when I saw her for the first time, really saw her. Her name was Jacinda. She was black. She had glasses just like mine and wore her hair in a high ponytail like I usually did. Her sneakers were the same, pink and white Nikes. We had made the same exact back-to-school shopping choices without knowing each other. When we swapped bags, she smiled at me, big and genuine, and said she liked my earrings. Her mom wouldn't let her get her ears pierced until high school. I was raised to believe that she was different, that she was less. But in that moment, she was just like me. More than that, she was kind. She wasn't suspicious of me, didn't flinch, didn't avoid eye contact. She smiled and I smiled back. It wasn't something I thought about. It just happened. At lunch, she asked if I wanted to sit together. I froze a little inside. I thought about what my parents would say, but she looked at me like it was the most natural thing in the world. So I said yes, and we sat together. Every day after that for the rest of middle school, we talked about everything. She told me about her church's Sunday school classes and how she was learning to play the piano. I told her about the horse farm down the road from my house and how I always snuck sugar cubes to the horses through the fence. We traded stickers. We talked about boys. She was the first person I talked to about periods and shaving legs and what we thought high school would be like. I didn't even realize at first that she was becoming my best friend. Just happened. My parents didn't know. I never mentioned her name at home. I couldn't. She wasn't allowed to come to my birthday party. I wasn't allowed to go to hers. But we always made our own celebration at school. We'd bring cupcakes in our lunchboxes and sit at the end of the table and eat them together. She never seemed upset about the rules. She just shrugged and said, "We've got our own thing anyway." And we did. Jacinda was one of the smartest people I've ever met. In 8th grade, her parents decided to homeschool her because they said the school system wasn't challenging her enough. I was crushed. I thought homeschooling sounded cool, getting to stay home, move at your own pace. But I knew it meant we wouldn't see each other every day anymore. We wrote letters for a while, sent each other stickers and little drawings. But life happens. Time passes. We lost touch. This was way before social media. I don't know where she ended up, but I think about her all the time. That first day, that backpack mix-up, her voice saying, "Hey, this isn't mine." It changed me. I never used another slur again. I couldn't. The words didn't fit anymore. Not after her. Not after laughing with her, crying with her, growing up beside her. She peeled all the layers off me just by being herself. By being kind. By smiling first. She was the reason I got out, and she never even knew.